Automotive repair is a big industry, and the common DIYers are being targeted harder than ever, and they're being sold a lot of junk. Hey, if you're new to the channel, Lance Mechanics here. I talk about automotive related content, issues in the industry, and I do repair videos. I do a little bit of everything. I'm not consistent. I have a life. YouTube isn't my full-time job. Just remember that. So on to the topic. Automotive repair, billion, trillion dollar industry, whatever. Tools. Now that's a big one. And they know it's a huge untapped market, and they play on people's egos saying, hey, you're not smart if you have this, or if you buy this tool, it's going to make you a better technician or a better DIYer. And it's huge. And the amount of money they're throwing at things is massive. And I see it, especially being a YouTuber, but you can call me an influencer or whatever. And you'll notice the last few of my tool review videos have been pretty harsh because I'm just kind of over it. If you send me an inferior product, you're going to get an inferior video, and I'm going to be very honest about it. Here's an example. I bought this because I wanted it. It has one wicked feature which allows you to test amperage draw across a circuit without interrupting the circuit. In my line of work, interrupting a circuit can often leave you with the symptom disappearing and what do you call it, that word? You can't make it happen again. In automotive terms, we call this, sorry, so long, come another day. My bad. Back on track here. What I'm saying is, when this unit came out, I'm not saying it's a bad unit. I bought it for the one feature is, you've seen every single influencer walking up to the Power Pro booth. You've seen them saying, oh, this is the next best thing since sliced bread. And for a year, they pounded ads and advertising, and they sent out free products. I didn't get one. I bought it. And they pushed it hard. I see that with a lot of tools, especially the advertising. They pushed it hard, and then it fizzled. The thing is, I've noticed in the industry is when a certain brand or product is pushed really, really hard, it's not often what... And I'm not always 100% right, because this Think car, for example, is one of the best products I've ever been sent. It does what it says it can, and I think I'm going to stick with them. Other sponsors can send me scan tools. I like to collect scan tools. This one does everything I need it to do, and I've been very happy with it. And again, that's not everything I'm going to say is 100% accurate, because there's always that outlier where the 1 in 10 is, yes, it does exactly what it does. But for the most part, when they push hard advertising, yes, it's junk, it's not reliable. And again, you the consumer, the DIYer, do you really need a $600 tool like this, which is way more than Fluke is? And it's a professional tool aimed at DIYers. And I'm not saying Power Probe is the only one doing it. I'm just saying they did it hard. They did it way too hard. And like I said, after a year, it fizzled out. I don't see any of those influencers really using it. They're grabbing the Flukes. They're grabbing the boroscopes, oscilloscopes. They're grabbing the tools they know are reliable. This is very niche. It's an alternator tester. It's a battery tester, but your regular multimeter does the same thing. And I'm seeing weird things in the industry, like AutoFix is AutoTel. Why would you do a sub-brand of it? Same with Think Car. They have a new car. And I'm just like, what is going on? What's with all these sub-brands? It makes no sense unless they're expecting lawsuits or they're trying to do things with features. So the point of this video is, yes, the DIYer is being sold stuff, but often they're being sold not what they expect. So me being a technician, I can tell you from experience, in a garage, I've had to have several scan tools. This is as true as back as 2010. Because even then, the scan tool said it could do this feature, and when you put it into a car, it would either fail halfway or it didn't have that feature. It said it had it, but it didn't. And that's been a fight going on for years. Is there any way to report it? I don't know. Cars are complicated. Everybody thinks steering wheel, tires, doors, plug in your scan tool. It should do it. You could have 5 different sub-models in that year. Every time you have an option, the entire car changes. How it talks to the systems, how it does things, how it behaves. It changes. That's tough for an aftermarket scan tool to keep up with. Even at the dealer, their own scan tools struggled. So, am I usually upset? No, but I do expect if they say it has a feature, say it. If it doesn't, do not include that feature. And if you can, put it out at a later update and make it happen. But again, influencers will be pushing and pushing and pushing. And I started putting a disclaimer in my video. Listen, if you're gonna watch a video on a scan tool I do it on the 3 or 4 cars I own and go based off that. if you're gonna buy the scan tool because you've seen me use it, and you're driving a car I've never heard of, and it's not my Jeep Gladiator, Buick, or a friggin' Ford, I can't guarantee you're gonna get what you pay for. Even if you research it, having those options, it's shitty. I just can't guarantee it. And that's why I will always say in the video, if you're gonna buy a scan tool, buy it based on what video that YouTuber is reviewing, and if they have your car. Example, I have a 23 Gladiator. Okay, you see my video and I pull out, you have a 24. Those are technically different vehicles. That scan tool may not work. It's very, very difficult, and that's what I'm trying to get across to people. Scan tools don't always work for what you buy them for. And stop buying those multi-tools, one-time use thing. 100 million different design sockets. It's really, really overkill at this point. I got sockets that say Snap-on and they're 40 years old. They say made in Canada here because I live in Canada. God, you don't have to keep buying the newest, the best, the niche. Stick to the basics here. I'm telling people, basic multimeter, power probe, socket set, good screwdrivers, always have good screwdrivers, and pliers and hand tools. You could buy some specialty niche stuff. Like when I was at Honda, I needed locking 1/4-inch extensions and magnetic sockets to do door handles. I bought that set. It paid for itself. Do you need that as a DIYer? It might help you for one job. Might not be forever, but then you're stuck with it for life and you paid a lot for it. That's the basic crutch of being an automotive technician, is you buy something to use it once and it stays in your toolbox forever. Like example here, there's a lot of money in here and there's a lot of tools I don't use anymore. Especially, yeah. And I bought a lot of specialty tools for a friggin' BMW when I was doing timing chains and stuff, and I'm not really touching that anymore. I'm gonna buy junk for the channel, but I don't wanna buy that junky. It takes time and I don't have a lot of time. That's a little off topic. There's some accessories available for scan tools, and normally I wouldn't purchase them, but this one I decided to purchase. It's from that Think Car, that scan tool one there. And these are just generic keys. They look fancy, they're good. The quality's all right, they got click. I don't know how long they'll last, but I just want the fob. I'll see it. I don't know if it'll work on the BMW because it has the push insert, but I can probably do it on the Buick. I can do it on the Jeep, whatever one. Some of these feel nicer than others. And I'll make it work, but it's because I believe in this brand right now, and that's probably one of the few I do. And it just is what it is, but you gotta really vet things these days, as I say. There's so much out there, there's so many YouTube channels, including me, and I don't want to give everybody hope on a product. I try to be thorough, but when those videos push, I'm gonna, honest to God, if a video pushes 10 minutes, YouTube doesn't really push it, and viewers have a hard time sitting through it. And if you turn it off at the 10-minute mark, you might miss the crucial information you're waiting for. Or if you get a product, you go down that YouTube rabbit hole where you see all the products. It's just kind of like that. We all do it. You gotta watch all the videos. Like I've been looking for scissor hoists or mid-lift scissor hoists, and I've watched them all on YouTube. And I finally found one that wasn't reviewed on YouTube, and I had to do some research, is what it is. You have to do research these days. Products aren't always at what they are advertised. So anyways, different video here from Lance Mechanics. Have a good one.